So basically, the creative process with yourself and Marcus was he was the songwriter, and you pretty much handled the keys.
Yes.
Okay. So let's look at
I'm
the
sorry.
music.
I don't mean to cut you off, but another way that you can put that in the way that I always put it is Marcus wrote the lyrics and I wrote the music.
Okay.
We wrote the song together.
Uh-huh. So back in the early '80s, when Timex crew got together, the musical landscape, it was a lot of Minnesota funk was heavy. But then in the Oakland area, it was known for bands such as Sly and the Family Stone and Tower of Power. So
Hmm.
what made you guys decide to go in the direction that you went into?
Okay. First, you got to understand that we weren't aware of that. We were just living during
Uh-huh.
that time. We weren't aware of that. And to be honest, I wasn't aware of all of those groups and all of the music. I knew some of the more popular songs that I would hear all the time. If
Hmm.
you want me to stay, I'll be. I know that song. I know that that's Sly, but I didn't know all of his library back then, and didn't know the significance of what he was doing. Same as with Tower of Power, and any of those other groups uh, that were out and about when we were at that point. We were just we see inside of that mixologist group. There was different fractions,
Hmm.
right? You had a dude from Detroit who was a really good dancer. And then he probably knew music from that region, but he was a friend, as well as all of us, of what Prince was doing with that whole little thing. You had the time, you had the guitar player who had the album that was Pink, I forgot his name. But they all had this kind of sound that we were kind of into. So there was that, and then there was Michael Jackson, which was who I was really into. So
Hmm.
those were really what influenced what we were doing. Now that melody from Michael McDonald was just something that I had in my head, but maybe the way that Marcus wrote was based around some of that stuff. But that the music was just basically that melody from my head from Michael McDonald. So I don't think that we thought we were creating a genre or going in a direction away from something else. We were just doing it, and then it started to catch grown-ups who thought like what you were talking about, and maybe they heard all that. But for us, it was just a song that we did that people were liking, and we wanted to have a vinyl record to play that was ours when we were doing our thing.